I thought somebody were going away that way and then they were going away that way. Oh, it is possible that it was two lots of people, not the same one, in an impossible time situation where they repeat fairly quickly after themselves in an exact duplicate manner. Two people just went past together twice, or was it one lot? I don't need to go into this. So Donald Trump, he likes having parties with loads of burgers in it. I had like loads of these people from like a military base, and he gave them all buggers. He feasts on burgers, like munching it in his mouth. He probably has quite big ones. You got to wonder, like, what conversation between him and his kids would be like. So, like, it's after the election, and Donald Trump's like he's a bit down at mouth. His kids get together, like, they're all in a room, right, and they're doing a, like, did that work or not? You know, you've got Trump, like, and he's McDonald, and his oldest kid's also McDonald. Which is like, that's confusing to start with, isn't it? Like, if you, like the president, and your dad's already called you after a beef burger, why would you call your own kid after a beef burger? Not just that, but the same one. Ivanka. I wonder he didn't call her Wendy. And like Eric, you could have called him King, you know, Burger King. There's not that many chains. Do you think there's loads of them? Although there is Big Boy, and like Big Boy says, right, McDonald, Dad, Father, and McDonald says, yeah. Big Boy says, are you sad? And McDonald says, yeah, I'm alright. He turns to Wendy, and she says, alright, Big Boy. And Big Boy says, Dad. And the other one goes, he never knows what to say. And then Wendy says, I'm definitely the best one. Donald Trump says, I told you that loads of times. Big Boy says, but I don't like being left out. And McDonald says, I don't care what you think. I'm more bigger boss than you are. Kind of dad. He said, Uncle what's his face for a failure. Like that woman's dad. What she's suing him. She's one of like the aunties of these kids. It's not really a conversation about anything, is it? There's Trump and he's going, what we're going to do at company now? And like McDonald McJr. is saying, oh, I don't know about company, Dad. He don't look much like a junior. He looks like a bloke posing for photographs when you see him in photographs. Looks, yes, I'm definitely posing. And then he goes on stage and he's probably had a bit of coke up his nose because he gets very intense sometimes. And McDonald says, you alright, McDonald? And McDonald says, yeah, you're alright, McDonald. So they're both like congratulating each other for being called the best burger. It might be different in the sense that Trump be a Big McDonald, and the other one was like a fillet of fish, but it is burger, so he's got to be some kind of burger, hasn't he? Well, he can be a muck chicken. I had terrible trouble when I used to go into McDonald's. Couldn't force myself to say the muck bit. Wendy says, I'm thinking of running for president. McDonald McJr. says, you can't run for president, I'm going for president, and there's only me who's allowed to run for president. And there's another one now, like King, Baron. So somebody's going to have to start a burger company called Barons. Otherwise like, that won't work. But he'd probably call him Wimpy. Donald Trump and his wife, he comes down and McDonald says, hey, are you alright? No. She says, I'm gonna leave you. And he says, yeah, you'll make number whatever. Yeah. She says, can I have half your money? And he says, I haven't got any. And she says, but you said you had loads. He said, yeah, we're all a big empire built on a tower of bubbles. I don't know what they'd say to each other. To be perfectly honest, you know, I could pretend I'd know what they'd say to each other, but I don't. All of McTrumps. I don't know if I'd get out of here. And like, it's after the election. His kids go, oh Dad, and McTrump goes, yeah, but I'm gonna like say I won. McDonald Jr. says, hiya Dad. And he says, yeah, if I keep on saying it and saying it and saying it on Twitter, people might pretend that it's true. They must be scared of him. They must be like really scared of Donald Trump. His trick was that he tweeted and he said, everybody's bullying me. And people looked at him and went, oh look, the president's being bullied. Like he tweeted, what's true isn't true. The public went, hey look what Donald Trump said. He said the truth isn't the truth. Well, you never knew that were true, did you? Oh wow, don't you tell the truth really well? And like Donald Trump says, oh, I won and I'm big, I've got more money. And they go, oh, look at that, the American dream, like somebody's got loads of money. And not only that, he were on telly. So I think that must be the thing. It's like, people were used to seeing him on telly, like on this Apprentice show. A bit like Ronnie Reagan. He's like a cowboy and he's that important that they make films with him in. So let's vote for him because I've heard of him. Trump is like that, but he's of the pretend reality period of television making. You're pretending these are real people, and they sort of are at the start, but by the time you finish with them, they've been turned into what somebody would think a human being were like, because they kept giving them stupid things to do, because they've signed contracts where it says if we tell you to do something stupid, you've got to do something stupid. And so everybody ends up being dead stupid. We were a reality TV star. What told people you're being stupid and I think you're stupid and you're gone. And like it weren't his catchphrase, it was the show's catchphrase. And he just said it. But like he had narcissism syndrome. Everybody's got like this mini caption, like a personality trait. So like Boris Johnson, he's got, I want to be world king. And like Tessa May, she had, I want to be in the field. And Donald Trump's got, I've got to be a winner, because my dad said if I'm not, he'll turn the lad like my brother. Must have dominating dad, Donald Trump. Then you look at his kids, they're all cheerleaders for the dad, aren't they? And you'd think like, at least one of them must dissent from like going, he's good, isn't he? Apart from as a couple, what, don't bother. Tiffany, she don't bother. Cameras don't have to follow her every time she opens her mouth. Funny old game, being President of the United States of America, isn't it? But Donald Trump is such a love. I wish he was right down my pub, so I could offer him a pint of. It's turned into one more Cornetto. Yeah. The Donald. Nice walking woods, eh?